Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to Disco Elysium. We're looking for some drugs, in a manner of speaking. Yo.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Okay. We've probably found the right man then. Unless, of course, he just stole Sileng's clothes.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
He gives you a thumbs up. What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
From out on the bay, a cool wind gathers. It sweeps into the city, tugging at the textiles hanging around the stand. Some distance away, the sound of a tin can clattering across the street can be heard.
Guess I can always count on Shivers to have some weird, probably very deep things to say in response to very silly interactions.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
He makes both hands into finger pistols and fires a few finger bullets into the air.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Whip him out! Yeah! I'm sure Harry is always ready to whip it out at a moment's notice.
Don't shoot, officer! Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
So few of what happens in these dialogues is actually animated, but they chose to animate that one. And you know what? Excellent choice.
Even better. It's like a shakedown, but somehow legal. This is civil asset forfeiture.
Ha! You can be pretty fun sometimes, Authority, you know that? Even better, it's civil asset forfeiture. Make an imaginary warning shot.
Oh, you're threatening my inviolable property rights.
He inhales dramatically, then simmers down.
Good joke, officer. You're very funny. You know that?
This isn't a joke. Give me your money. I need money. Let's, not. Yeah, I'm funny. This isn't a civil forfeiture. I just want to ask some questions.
Then fire away, officer.
He settles back into the pile of boxes he's sitting on, getting comfortable. Wait, I'm gonna give you some money. Finger pistols, 9mm. You were promised a gun, that much is certain. This is why you became a cop. Is it? Yet here you are, loitering around with idle hands like some sorry-ass loser from the street. Suddenly you're supposed to be solving cases by what? Like, talking to people? How are they going to believe that you can protect yourself, and them, from savages without a firearm? Well, if they don't have a firearm, then it should be easy to protect from them. This ain't right. You need to think around this problem. And you need to snap your fingers at people as you do. Yeah. Obviously, this is the most important thought of all time. So, Sileng, what's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs.
Ha. Oh yes, I'm super into drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
He smiles. Yes, he does that. I noticed.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight. Not in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
Oh, I could also say I actually don't like drugs. Sure.
That's cool. Especially after you already said you're into them. All the coolest detectives in the movies do drugs. And I'm very conflicted about it. Still, no drugs here.
You're a flexible man, aren't you, Silang? We're looking for a lorry driver who is transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Indeed. But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
I mean, that's true, but nevertheless.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Indeed. You do like to run your mouth, don't you, Silang? Even when it would probably be better for you to stay silent.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
He spreads his arms. Ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Or lorry drivers, for that matter. So you were embarrassed to tell me?
No, I just forgot. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm climbing out of that hole. With ingenuity.
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
That crowd? That crowd, you say? Now what is that referring to, then, Silang?
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
Indeed.
He doesn't want to talk about them. He's afraid.
Oh my. What are you afraid of, Silang?
Look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I've spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
We're buddies, Silang. Help us out. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
There you go. A witness with corroborating evidence. It's Ruby.
That does seem to be the case. Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Not quite, Silang. We will be cool when you tell us the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
He points north.
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point to the pale driver. Dazed out? Strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
No, it's still Ruby. Interesting that he doesn't seem aware of her existence, though.
Indeed. But that's a separate mystery, probably. Could her name be Ruby, by any chance?
I don't know. I told you. I don't know her name.
Alright. Okay. We're cool now. For now.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
Persuade him to give you some money. Maybe later. Where are you from, Silang?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Ah, you're from the Apricot Suzerainty, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
God damn it, Rhetoric. Could you have spoken up like 2 seconds earlier? I swear, sometimes I feel like my skills are trying to get me killed. I mean, besides just electrochemistry, obviously. Say that. I meant to say you're from, pronounce it very painstakingly, Sea Guy.
Very cool. I admire your awareness of our intertwined histories. It's super nice of you to apologize for colonialism, but the Apricot Suzerainty is a shithole. That's why I left.
Fair enough. I don't know why I'm talking about this. It's some kind of mind reaction. Point to your head.
No, it's very cool, officer. You're a cool cop for caring about those things. You should buy cool glasses too.
He points to a pile of sunglasses. You're really trying to sell me on those sunglasses, aren't you? Okay, that's not much progress. But at least we've got corroborating evidence. What's this then?
There's a pile of cheap sunglasses in a small box, a variety of shapes and colors.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
The vendor takes a pair of sunglasses and sticks them under your nose.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer! You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
Very secret. That's probably for the best, since I wouldn't want to be caught dead wearing these.
It's going to be very difficult for anyone to take you seriously with these things on your face.
I mean, that could itself theoretically be useful, but meh.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
The lieutenant gently removes the glasses from your face, setting you free again. You're right, I'm too sensible for those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you. You should think this through, officer.
Shades of self-destruction. +1 electrochemistry, -1 logic. Let's not.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun.
Are you sure this is plastic and not butter?
Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, superb material, very cool. UV resistant. These will definitely keep your eyes safe and cool while doing your dangerous police work.
Huh. Formidable conceptualization check. Try again. Maybe you can find some interesting sunglasses in the box. Okay, let's try.
No luck.
Ah.
All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently. There's a malformed green frog on its bent cap.
Ha!
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Hey, at least it might actually offer some protection against the sun. Not like those cheap plastic shades.
True enough. Kim, are firefights something we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
He says, looking out from his browsing.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
Oh, +1 perception, that's not bad. It's a hat, apparently. Yeah. In line with my... Yeah, that's actually not terrible. 6 reals. Hefty price, but oh well.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy with my style? What?
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Indeed. Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
What? I feel like you're just saying words at this point. This doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving? And how does buying these clothes in particular save it?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought? We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
But I don't have children. I think.
Too bad, officer. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, who's going to be around to enjoy the economy?
What?
Don't let me stop you. Open the box and browse a little.
The economy that's apparently terrible and needs saving? This feels a bit circular, but alright.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Same thing.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first hand, buy second hand. Keep the economy moving.
Find something worth salvaging from that pile of rags.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
Ha! Is that right?
Practical, and yet it may deaden your senses to the world around you. Possibly because of the awful typeface.
The awful typeface is going to deaden my senses to the world around me. Sure. Thanks, Shivers. That's very helpful. As usual.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
+1 composure, -1 shivers. Meh. Especially since that's a jacket, and I'm got some great jackets. +1/+1. Wow. +1. Some of my jackets give me bonuses to 2 different stats, or bonus to 1 stat. You know. One that gives me a bonus to 1 stat and reduces another seems a bit weak at this point. Yeah. Maybe if I really need composure.
You see 2 lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically,
Okay.
perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, Ultra series.
That seems a tad dramatic, but alright. Lowly defeated thralls with a pair of sneakers perched atop them like conquerors. What are you even trying to say here?
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Actually, I can.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found Ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
I didn't expect them to, but alright.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Okay. What about the speakers, though? Doesn't anyone want those speakers?
These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them.
Is that right?
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Can't I just buy the sad, conquered Samaran speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
That's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale.
You don't know what I am. I don't even know it myself. I want the speakers.
Well, if you want them...
He pauses for a moment, calculating.
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground.
Well, you've got a perfectly good crate here. And there, and there, and there.
If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
God damn it.
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first.
Damn. Tragic. Poor little speakers. Pat them.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun Ultras instead.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic.
Ah, well. Alright then.
A pair of found Ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Oh, is that all?
Only? That's madness.
Indeed.
Fun Ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
+1 reaction speed, +1 hand-eye coordination, -1 encyclopedia. An odd penalty to have, but okay. Bloody hell. 50 real. That's certainly a price. Oh, hi. Okay, I guess I can't talk to you guys. Okay, just like one more thing to do. Talk to these bozos. Hey. Nope. The spirited chirps and clicks of swallows fill the air. Yo. You are the angriest man I know, Renee.
Officer! God damn it. Pull yourself together, René. What do you want?
Do Maybells mean anything to you, Renee?
I prefer the old name. Insulindian Lily. Girls bought them to young cadets when they entered service. Wearing them on your cap was supposed to bring good luck.
Okay. Did they bring you good luck?
You know what?
He falls silent, and the emerging smile withdraws.
No. They brought me misery, false hope, and disappointment. The revolutionaries sullied them.
Yeah. Yeah,
You stirred up some bad memories there.
I'll bet.
But it wasn't the revolutionaries that sullied the ID for you, was it? She gave them to me too, and your jealous little heart just couldn't accept it.
Enough! I can go over these matters in detail with you, Gaston. But not while we have company. So, officers.
Maybells don't blossom yet, do they?
Lieutenant quickly asks.
Maybe on some remote parts of the city they do. But I think you'll have to wait for at least a month.
Renee, I found your guard booth.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He adds with a slight sigh.
He feels like he has to justify himself for some reason.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Hold on, why are you on leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
A real man's man. Which is probably why men tend to have a lower life expectancy.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
The outburst makes him clutch his chest. That's good. That's a good idea in general. So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
He looks suddenly very old and tired. Not a high priority then?
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Yes, I think I see where this is going. It's not actually a high priority to have someone guarding that place, is it? That's not why the job is there, is it?
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Yeah. Mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
He tries to argue.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiners' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Let's see. Everard gets it. Big guys looking after the small and everyone working together. I love it. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die. There is no middle ground. René is but one man. We need a program. Get all the elderly back in the job market. Keep folks motivated. René should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end. There's absolutely nothing wrong with terror collecting. It's my side thing too. Proudly hold out the terror bag. I don't think any of these responses are good, frankly. I'm kind of curious what his response will be to this one, though, honestly. The others seem pretty predictable, but what about this one?
It's not charity. Not to me.
There's a grimace of pain on the old soldier's face, like he wants to add something, but he can't find the words. Finally, his eyes light up and he says,
Up there, I give it all I got. I earn my keep. But you're right, officer. There is no middle ground. It's do or die.
He looks towards the guard booth and sighs.
Something about him has changed. He's calmer somehow.
That's interesting. I don't know. I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
His features stiffen and he gets a cold look.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Uncharacteristically happy. Ha. Got it, thanks.
Yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Fair enough. Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling in Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
Indeed. And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
Yes. But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
Well, you're welcome, I suppose. Even if we really haven't been doing that around here because of fucking pissing contests.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
Thanks, Rhetoric. That's... So what about police women? That's a daft thing to say. Policemen... You might as well ask, what about Hugh women? It's the same principle. So, again, you don't know anything?
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Well, I don't mean that you're afraid. It's just, well, it might not immediately come to your head. Not even because you're an old man, just because it might not seem immediately relevant. But, well, nothing we can do about that, I suppose.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
That makes him the wisest man around here.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Remind you of anyone? You seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Was it made by a sea monster rising from the depths? Does it have anything to do with all the bullet holes I've been seeing around?
Yes. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why? Presumably because some artillery fired here.
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, who are the communards again?
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
He adds, squeezing a bull in his fist. You fought with honor, and they didn't? Is what you're saying?
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
No shit. I understand. I'd bomb this place too. Ha!
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They didn't do it because they didn't like it. They had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Hey, my mental deterioration has nothing to do with my generation.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Nod thoughtfully and turn to look northeast.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Hold on, the coalition?
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Actually, I already know all this. I just wanted to know if you do too.
Yes, damn it. I know. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked too.
There's a strange gleam in his eyes.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
So the people living here have to be their damn monument, huh? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
That's how it should be. A soft socialist paving the way for the hard working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us. shake your head in shame. This coalition seems quite capable, actually. Commies just don't understand how money works. Nothing. I don't think. I just do.
I'm just so damn sorry it had to be the coalition. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains.
He isn't really paying attention to your words anymore. Yes, I gathered.
I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case.
This royal failure weighs heavily on him.
Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio. This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
I don't think anyone got what they wanted out of the revolution. The anti-centennial revolution. Everyone lost. How does Philip III factor into this?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Okay. Who was this Frisel?
Damn Frisel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
The old veteran falls silent and massages his chest.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
Yeah, that was basically their one job. I can't imagine it's an easy thing to outlive the person that your entire life was sworn to protecting. You mentioned Guillaume?
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frisel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
Yes. I can't imagine that's an easy thing to live with either. Which is worse, I wonder? Failing the person you are sworn to? Or being failed by him? Well, we don't need to wonder. He's living with both. No wonder he's so angry all the time. Who wouldn't be? What exactly is a suzerain?
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already.
Soon, they will forget everything. Him too. Then he chooses anger over melancholy.
Story of his life right there, hey?
It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Speaking of gunfire, is there anything you can tell me about this rifle?
It's a Bell McGrave, 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made. Good weapon, accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In the basement there.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
I saw the statue of Philip III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Indeed, for better or for worse.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower. feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Wait, what was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
Purple? Huh. That's interesting.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
Yes. Obviously annoyed.
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revishal's finest years.
He seems to grow taller, brimming with pride about the past. Ha! Yes, I'm sure electrochemistry would agree with you there.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
The lieutenant marks dryly. Indeed, Kim.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Oh yes, every culture's gotta have their myths about connecting with the higher realms through the use of poisoning your mind so you can't fucking comprehend reality anymore. It's so easy to mistake delusion for some sort of higher understanding.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes
Shut
sense.
the fuck up, Inland Empire.
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
No shit, Rhetoric. No shit. I mean, I can understand them using it for medicinal purposes, as mentioned there. It's still not, you know, in times long past. Although some would argue that even some modern drugs aren't much better. But seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users shouldn't even operate heavy machinery, much less rule countries.
From what I've seen of the officers of the Elysium... But I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies.
Indeed. How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself. Otherwise, what's the point of having a leader, eh?
Elysium is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There was some weariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant many times before.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is as rigid as they come, still in that antique uniform. It's a symbol for him.
Indeed. What a terrible fate for anyone to fall prey to. To have absolutely nothing that could possibly convince you to the contrary. If your retina was utterly unchanged by any input, you know what we would call that? Blindness. It is useless because the picture of reality that it paints is the same one regardless of reality. Therefore, it is not painting a picture of reality at all. A belief is only ever worth anything if you could, in principle, be persuaded to believe otherwise. Everything else is madness.
Right.
The old man stands tall and proud, looking at you inquisitively. Thank you for your time, then. What's this, then? Oh, right.
Actual art degree. Trite, contrived, mediocre, Milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliche and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining of...
Is this all this is?
twisted,
Just a bunch of
premature,
synonyms for
ill-informed
terrible?
attempt at talentless fuckfest. Recidivistic shit peddling. Pedantic, listless, savagely boring. Just one repulsive laugh after another.
Literally, the entire thing is just a bunch of insults to be used for mediocre art. That's great, thanks. After all that heavy shit, I needed that. -1 hand-eye coordination, hands shake from anger, how shit it all is. Hands shake from anger, how shit it all... That's bad grammar. Conceptualization passives heal +1 morale. And give +10 XP. Holy shit, that seems... potentially absurd. How many conceptualization passives are there out there, then? I don't know, but what I do know is that we should probably get as much conceptualization as we can afford. I only have one thing that increases conceptualization, and that comes at the cost of empathy and hand-eye coordination. Meh. Should probably increase hand-eye coordination at some point. Especially since I got a penalty to it just now. But, you know what? If I can pump conceptualization enough to get a bunch more passives, I will have all the skill points I need to pump hand-eye coordination. God damn. Just from skill points, I could potentially get it all the way up to 10, which hopefully will be enough for all the passives around there. Okay then. Okay, this video is running a bit long, so we'll leave off talking to the other guy until next time. I get the strange feeling that we're going to get sucked into something weird once we talk to him. But anyway, until next time, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.